What's going on, guys? We are back, and we have another replay analysis from Extra Neutron this time around. He is Diamond 1. We've seen him before under Glass Rye in Gold and Platinum. And now he is Diamond. He's climbing those ranks. He got his replay analyzed, but go to the patreon.com/Gibbs000. He actually did the coaching tier this time, but there's replay analysis. There's also tournaments every single month that we do. The random potato tournament, $75 on the line, so you can sign up for that there as well. A lot of good stuff. Last time Shogun, well, he lost. He lost in the grand finals because he's poopy. Probably because he knocked me out, so I'm a little salty about it. But let's get into this replay analysis. Let's go over it. Start off right from the kickoff. See what he does with this. He does attack it. I like the idea of playing it to his teammate. One thing I like here is he didn't try and attack this ball too quickly. He took his time to see how the bounce would play out, and that is because the other guy on the other team can't really get here in time. Smug Anime Girl doesn't have that boost available to be able to do it, so he takes his time and gets the pass out. The pass doesn't really work out because his teammate kind of beans it, but it's alright. I like the idea. I'm just waiting in that, seeing how these challenges go. As soon as that challenge goes their way, he can move up. I would like to see him move up maybe even a little bit more than he does here, just because of the huge advantage they have right now. Sure, he is that third man, but I would like to see him move up just a little bit more to be a part of this play. So there's the goal. We'll move on to the next one. Kickoff goes a little wild, but in favor of them. Now he's got to back all the way up and see how he takes this ball. Just takes it around the wall. The one thing I don't like about this play is he takes it around the wall, which is very good, and he beats one car on both these touches, which I love. The one thing I didn't like was he didn't use boost here as much. Like, I would have liked to see him boost and get lined up with that ball just a little bit quicker. He goes for the boost, but he still could have been on a better path and be continually boosting to hit this ball to just make sure that the other guy cannot make a touch on this. It works out anyway, but that extra split second could have been the difference of a challenge or not. So I would like to see him get a little bit faster on that ball, but it was a very nice play, beating two cars out on 2 hits. Now this aerial is not really his fault. I understand why he's going for it. His teammate probably wasn't clear if his teammate would go for that or not, or rotate out. It happens. Double commits happen, so not a huge deal. The only thing I don't like about this play is he should have went for that boost. That boost that he just drove right by, he should have made sure that he got that boost so the other guy cannot get it. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because the ball went in, but that would have been a better off play. Moving on, we got a kickoff. A little sketchy of a kickoff here. He doesn't really block dead center. It almost goes in because of it, so he's got to be a little bit careful on that, but not the end of the world. Now this play, the one thing I don't like about this is he's kind of in like a rough spot, but he makes it even rougher by trying to turn back. You see how he turns back sideways? Right here, he turns back sideways. Like if he would have stayed vertical, which I probably should show it a little bit better here. So we'll pause it at a better spot. So right here, if he turns and just backs up and then faces kind of straight forward, a lot easier of a play for him to jump up and try and challenge this play. Instead, he backs up and goes on the curve. And as soon as you're on the curve, you really can't jump and make any of these plays. So, like I would have liked to see him just back up and go straight and then maybe challenge that ball. But it doesn't really work out there for him. Moving on. Good tip out from his teammate. A double tip out. Very, very nice. And now he's moving up as that second man. Like, this is the first time he's had a chance to be the second man. And I like the idea of trying to take that shot. But his teammate, he does all the work. And it pays off. But I do like the idea of him being super aggressive, trying to help out his teammate there. Good kickoff win. Now he's got to get back. He grabs the boost. Alright, so this play, I am not a fan of this play. Whenever someone is coming to demo you, look right here, this guy is coming to demo you. What you want to do is you always want to stay sideways. Like, you want to be driving sideways away from him in one of these two directions. So what he could have done was back up and then curl left, so then he's still in front of his net. Or curl right if he wants to, and then like try and pop back over and make the play. You never want to just go straight back. It makes it such an easy demo target. So what he should have done was curl back left, and then basically you can tap the brakes at any moment to fake him out. Like, he's going to come in and try and time as you're moving back to time to hit you. But if you pump your brakes right here, he's just going to blow right by you and go that way. He might guess right. It's possible, but it's much harder than you just going directly back. You could also jump. Usually demo people will try and jump as well, but like jumping always helps if that's your last effort. But he didn't do any of that here, and instead just gets the easy demo and dies and turns into a goal. So we'll move on. Just doing some rotations here, just cycling around. He's got to be pretty cautious here because both those guys went for it. Now, this play I'm just not a fan of. He takes off on just a weird angle. He will do this later as well. Just, you have to make sure. One of the most important parts of aerial is how you take off, and he was just kind of hooked around a little bit too much. Like, he tried to hurry this aerial when he didn't need to. There's no one coming in for a shot. He has plenty of time to get this out, so he jumps a little bit early and almost costs his team a goal, but his teammate does get back in time. So just going to be a little bit more careful with those. Make sure that your takeoffs are lined up correctly, so it makes it a lot easier of an aerial for himself. Now, this play, I also am not a big fan of. So he moves up here, but he's not really trying to do anything. Now, that boost is available. It's a replay glitch that you won't see it. But you have two options here. You can either drive and boost and try and hit this ball, probably around here, to try and center it so your teammate can shoot. Or you just drive up and kind of fake that, but just grab the boost and bail. And then your teammate's there to try and clean up the hit. You could be there as well because you'll rotate out and then circle back in. But he doesn't either. He kind of just ball chases, but then doesn't actually hit the ball, which was kind of strange. He just doesn't go for anything there. So it turns out he doesn't get boost. He doesn't really get anything. Now he's got to go super wide to get out and then try and make a play there, which almost cost them a goal. But it doesn't. Great clear here, just getting it super high. It doesn't even hit the ceiling. That's the best type of clear. And I like this play right here where he turns off ball cam, because when the ball is above you like that, it's very disoriented. Like, you really don't know what's going on in the field. Now he turns off ball cam. He can kind of see what his opponents are doing. He can also see where the ball's about to land because of the outline here. So he can kind of gauge where the ball is going to go a lot easier than when the ball is directly above your head, and it's really confusing at times. So I like the idea of turning off ball cam here. Tries to make a center, and it turns out pretty well. His teammate probably should have scored that goal, but it didn't work out for them. So I like this attack. I would blame the teammate here. You see how the teammate leaves on the left side of the screen there? You expect him to cycle out at that point, or at least cycle to midfield. Instead, he comes all the way around the field to cut off Dark Neutron here. I'm sorry, Extra Neutron. So that's not really his fault. That's his teammate's fault for cutting him off just a bit. Now this play, I would have liked to see him attack this play. Right as soon as this ball pops, he has enough boost to just go and boost up the wall and try and meet it and go for a half volley shot where it bounces off the wall. Now, there is the option of like, hey, maybe I'm kind of weak on walls. I don't want to try for that play because I think it won't work out for me. Because personally, I would go for that. But maybe Extra Neutron thinks, hey, that play's not for me. It's not going to work out. Then I don't mind that you don't go for it. That's not the end of the world. He's just got to be there for the attack, and he tries to be, but he gets demoed. And that doesn't really matter all that much. So, because there was no real offensive attack there. So it was fine. Now this play, though, on the other hand, is the complete opposite of that corner play where, all right, I might be out of my element, so I'm not going to go for that play. There is no way in hell that this play right here is going to be a play that he can possibly make. He goes on the back wall. He's trying to sit on the back wall, and his option is like, I'm going to either defend the back wall or I guess maybe defend the save at 0 boost. It's very unlikely that this pays off for him. The only thing I could see is if he wants to defend the back wall pass. Then that's a little bit more reasonable. But trying to defend the net probably won't work out. But if he's defending the back wall, I like it. But it is still very, very risky with 0 boost. He did have 2 people in net though, but I guess it's okay, because he's trying to defend the back wall. Like, at first, I thought he was trying to defend a save, but honestly, he probably is not, so he's trying to defend the back wall. That's fine. Never mind Extra Neutron. That's my bad. Me bad. All right, moving forward. Again, a little bit of a bad takeoff here on this aerial. As we can see here, he's about to take off. Well, we'll go to when he takes off. See how far out he is, like pointed? So he's trying to jump here. He's basically lined up to go this way. And this ball is lined up to go this way. Like, this ball is never going to hit where he's going. So he has to kind of turn in the air and make a play. He does make the play, but it does make the aerial a lot harder. And honestly, he could have had a shot. Like, say he was more lined up. He could have popped this on net or maybe, like, above net for a play for his teammates. But instead, he jumps. And he's a little bit off axis, so he's got to turn on the ball, which is fine. But he's just got to be careful on those takeoffs. Now, this play I really, really like. It just doesn't turn into a goal here. So we're going to go back to right about here. This is good. Okay. So, one mistake that a lot of people make all the time is when you're trying to bank it off a wall, a lot of people will bank it forward. And if you ever bank it forward, it turns into a very slow roller that the defense, like the goalie, can easily make a play on. And these guys are coming back. They will easily make a play on that ball because they'll just curl around and make a play. So you never want to bank it off the wall and go towards the opposing net unless players are so far out that it could just roll in. Or if you have a teammate like right next to you, then maybe he'll follow it up. But still, generally, you always want to go lateral. Like if you can bounce the ball laterally or backwards, just slightly. Just a little bit. So then when your teammates come in, they can get a more powerful shot. They can get a more accurate shot because they can actually change the path of the ball a lot more than when the ball is rolling away from them. So that's what you always want to do. Generally go lateral or go just a little bit back. And this is exactly what he does here. He goes for the lateral hit. So it's well done there. And Star Shadow just doesn't get the greatest shot there. Like honestly, Star Shadow could have waited for a bounce and probably got a more powerful shot. But that is the right play there, so I like it. We'll go back to his view. Moving on. See what happens here. Everyone missing. Everyone missing. Now this play, when you're about to do a play like this, generally, when you're trying to hit this ball like off the back wall, you never want to hit it right off the corner. Because if you hit it off the corner, the ball's basically just going to roll right in and go right to the goalie, Pam, over there. So if you ever hit the corner, bad idea, generally. But if you can try and direct this and hit it off this back wall, like right here, then at least Pam has a harder attack to fly out and try and make a play. Plus, your teammates have a better chance of scoring because the ball is coming back towards them. Again, very similar to the lateral play on the wall. So that's what you generally want to try and do here. You can also throw it against the corner if you need to, and then just like you'll have a guy back you up and try and make a new center by waiting for the clear from Pam. But here, generally, you probably won't have that because Star Shadow is also up the field. Like, if you're the first man, maybe that works. But generally, you don't want to do that. So right here, he barely misses the back wall. It hits it off the corner. It turns into a very easy clear for Final Pam. Now Final Pam is pushing it forward. Almost turns into a goal, but it just barely doesn't. This plays just a little bit of confusion here between him and his teammate, but they get the ball out, so I guess it works. Now, this aerial, I think, is just wasted. Like, I get it that you want to go for it, but you have to go for it, like, right there. Like, immediately. Like, you have to be facing that way, and if you're not, don't even bother, because the goalie's going to make a play. And now you're out of position here, but this play I really like. He uses his momentum to go through the net and then do a front flip out, and he keeps all his speed up. You see how he's still supersonic without using, like, any boost. Now, he has 0 boost, though. On this play, these are the plays that you have to attack. Like, this ball's coming out. It's going to be a very easy shot for Smug, but he's past Smug at this point. He can easily come in here and just attack the ball and try and gently roll it around the wall so his teammate can make a save or just go for a clear. Instead, he cycles out. He actually goes out this way, and he gives Smug just a perfect shot opportunity. When you have 0 boost, you always want to attack these balls. You always want to make it easier on your teammates because say Smug goes for a shot. Well, if you have 0 boost, you can't do anything anyway. Or Smug goes for the back wall pass. You still have 0 boost, and you still can't do anything. So you want to attack the ball whenever you can at 0 boost to make it easier for your teammates, in my opinion. So right here, we'll move forward. And it turns into just a goal. A Smug just shoots it over both defenders. Because, again, it's a very easy shot. So, doesn't work out for him there. Want to see him attack those on the way out. A little bit of a sketchy play there, but it worked out that he that he missed it. Could have turned into an own goal. Star Shadow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right here is a good use of, like, trying to learn the half flip there. But he still gets back in time. Making the save. This ball's cleared out. I like this idea here. He grabs this corner boost and then immediately turns around. Good read by him. And good goal. Just getting around that goal. Well done there. That's what you want to do. Like if you grab the corner boost, you can cycle right back in if the play warrants it, at least. And right there, it definitely warranted it. Oh, little sketchy of a dribble here. Doesn't really work out for him. I like the idea, though, of trying to push as quickly as you can. Just kind of misplays it a bit. So this play here, he actually ball chases just a bit, which a lot of people do. Like when the ball's going off the sidewall, they will players will always follow the ball to the wall, but you don't really have to because you know it's going to bounce back out. It does give him a little bit of a better angle, but he probably didn't need it really. Luckily, because he did that, his teammate goes for it, and it doesn't turn into a double commit, and he doesn't jump for it, which is very good. So well done there. A nice clear over Final Pam here. Going for the goal, just going for those challenges, which is good. He's got to get the hell out of there. Don't want to block a shot by his teammate. Now he's got to grab some boost and try and get right back in this play. He grabs that mid boost and comes right back in. So I do like it. Well done here. The one thing I would do is maybe try and grab, like maybe he hooked around a little bit too far just because his teammate was coming back. But he didn't know his teammate was coming back just yet. So I do like, just grab mid boost. And as soon as you have that 100 boost, you always want to try and be part of the play again. Immediately turn up field and try and make a play. Worst case, they go for a mega clear. But you could probably turn back around and get the clear because you have 100 boost or the save. And they get the goal there. Another good goal there from Neutron. How many points? Yeah, probably not many because he's playing defense. Okay, yeah. We got the kickoff. And just got to waste the time out. And there it is. That's the end of the game. That is Extra Neutron with the replay analysis. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you, Extra Neutron, for the coaching tier. I will see you soon to play some games and figure out some stuff. But that'll do it for me, guys. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.